didn't say, and I won't say, that it's wrong and it's sin. Because the man that said for anyone to have a picture of another human being or a drawing of another human being and say that that's a sin, the man that says that is the sinner. Because there is no law in Islam anywhere in any of the scriptures, especially not the Quran, but that's a scripture. And I do not classify hadith as scriptures. Those are writings of men, mostly light-skinned, or what you might refer to as red or pale Arabs, who spend many years trying to make black people feel inferior. So what they say about color and pictures has no balance in this conversation. Now, what I'm trying to make out is that if African people, Sudanese, Somali, Nigerians, people of Ghana, Mauritania, the blacks of Morocco, the blacks of Libya, the blacks of Egypt, the Nubians of Aswan, if you don't start making black images of your descendants and make them known to your children the way the white Arabs do. Now let me talk to you so-called Sunnis in America who have so much to say about my followers selling black pictures of Ali and black pictures of Fatima. They were black. They're historical fact. Ask one of your white Arab brothers. And concerning pictures, you tell me that you haven't traveled. Because I traveled throughout the whole Arab world. I saw on multiple book stands in the city of Cairo, and anybody who's been there can tell you pictures for sale in gold lit up frames. Now I want you Sunni Muslims to spend so much time talking to my followers pertaining to symbols and images of men to tell me how can you receive money from Saudi Arabia as a salary or a stipend or a donation or a gift when these men are making themselves out to be an image of some type of immortality. According to y'all, the pictures we have are saying that we're violating some law that you find written in some hadith made up by some other white men. And I want you to tell me how they justify having the pictures of all these kings all over their houses. But when we do it, it's something wrong. We write up in our book, and as an interview say, well, remember these were the prophets. According to them, they got you believing that they're the descendants of the prophets. So what is the difference? In the eyes of Allah, there's no difference between the prophet or descendant of the prophet, because in the eyes of Allah, man was created equal. So we all understand that by the scripture. So tell us, we want you Sunnis to tell us how you justify attacking our brothers by having pictures of Ali, Fatima, Hassan, Hussein, who were all black, descendants of ancient Nubia from Sudan, from the Prophet Nuh, alayhi salam, from the Prophet Abraham, or Ibrahim, alayhi salam, of which Muhammad, alayhi salam, came from, and Muhammad is black. And we have a picture of him drawn from 1,000 years ago that's been reproduced, and we're going to present that regardless of what you feel. Because we know how you work. One white Arab on one side of the world, another white Arab on another side of the world. The one on one side of the world produces a white picture of Muhammad, and we have them in multiple books, and we have definitely put in our book called Racism in Islam, and the new book we're putting out on images. And we have pictures where y'all have drawn white pictures of Muhammad on one hand, and then your other hand, another white Arab says, this is haram, this is forbidden. Once you've already established in our mind this white image, those days are over. Now we are putting out a picture, whether you like it or not. If you don't like it, just close your eyes. And then when you tell us that we shouldn't do it, we will tell you like the Quran says, bring your proof and show me where you cannot do it. You can't show me anywhere in the Holy Quran where it tells me I cannot have a picture of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. You can't show me anywhere in the Quran where it says I cannot have a picture of Nabi Ibrahim sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, or Musa, or Isa, or Yahya, or Yunus, or Ayub, or Idris, or any of the other prophets from Adam all the way down to Rasulullah Muhammad, who is Khatam India. You can't show me anything. This is all innovation, things made up by your white leaders who want to keep you mentally inferior. So we refuse to pass this mental retardation on to our black sons and daughters who are looking up and worshiping white, pale Arabs because they think the Prophet Muhammad was white. Just like that new movie that they have out about Jesus, supposedly about Jesus Christ. The biggest psychology you ever want to see in your life. They had everybody arguing over violent points about the movie. Meanwhile, what they're stealing in your mind is that Jesus is white. No one is addressing the fact that they got an image of a white blonde hair, blue eyes, or brown hair, beige eyes, or pale skin, brunette hair. No one's arguing the fact that they're making Jesus white. But meanwhile, white people are saying they're desecrating the image of God. They're saying Jesus is God incarnate. They're desecrating the image of God and saying that he had sex with Mary Magdalene and Mary Martha's sister. And he had, this is what y'all looking at. You're not looking at the fact that they're still telling you that he was white. And millions of people are going to see that. When they did the Prophet Muhammad movie, y'all didn't see that they said his uncle was Alabas. When he was dying, they showed Alabas laying up there as white as he could be. Y'all didn't see that. Why you stupid black Sunni Muslims are out there arguing for half these pale Arabs, they're subliminally brainwashing you into an inferiority complex. Let me read off for you a list of places that you can go look if you have enough sense to go to the scriptures. Take Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 27. Where it speaks about creating man in the image of Allah. Now, Allah says don't make images, that he created man in the image of Allah. What are you trying to say? That every man I see is in the image of Allah? That every person I see looks like Allah? Then if everybody on the planet looks different, then Allah has multiple different faces? Or did he mean something in man is like himself? The word they use for weird from sawar means to make a duplicate or picture. Man has the power to procreate like Allah. He does not look like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when a person has a picture of their father on their self, or a picture of their mother on their self, and you Sunnis have pictures of your relatives in your wallet, or on your driver's license, or on your passport, that you got to have a picture of yourself on in order for you to leave New York and go to Saudi Arabia for Hajj. Are you violating that same law? Because you have an image of yourself, and the man next to you, your friend, brother so-and-so who's going on Hajj with you, has a picture of himself on his passport, and if you look at his passport and see the image of himself, are you violating some law? Are you going against some divine commandment? Stop being so stupid. Stop being so easily brainwashed by Satan in the disguise of a man. He has you people so brainwashed that you can't recognize the truth. When we put up the picture of Muhammad Ahmed al-Mahdi, alayhi salam, black, that's what he was. And we want our children to know what he was. And we put up the picture of Ali, that's what he was. We want our children to know what he was. Let me make this clear. If they didn't put out these white pictures, we would have never had to put out black pictures, because we all looked at each other just as servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But y'all are so slick, you pale Arabs. You put them out and then bam. Ayatollah Khomeini's pictures all over the place. What's his name? Gaddafi's pictures all over the place. Hosni Mubarak from Egypt, his pictures all over the place. Hassan from Maghreb, from Morocco, his pictures all over. They sell his picture all over Morocco. While you people are spending time attacking the Ansar Allah community, why don't you have the courage to attack the real Muslim world, like you call it? Why don't you go up against those so-called white leaders who pay your bills, who give you a new kind of Islamic welfare? All they want you to do is infiltrate and cause conflict inside America to suppress the blacks and keep them away from coming to the truth, and they give you a little salary, some of you so-called imams. Why some of you congregations ask your imams, are you on any kind of salary in any kind of way from the white Arabs who have yachts and mobile homes?